Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now I'm gonna start with physics. Later we will see biology and chemistry of first PUC and second PUC. This will be a channel which will teach you concepts only. We will see if MCQs are necessary to be taught on later, but for now we will just concentrate on the concepts because a very strong concept will obviously lead you to solve MCQs in whatever minutes or seconds that you would wish to do it in. So we will first start with the basics in the physics of first year, that is units and measurements chapter. We will first talk about the errors. So this is the whole of concept that you will be learning today. Now we will see what there are many types of errors like physical errors, least count errors. All this will NCERT gives you. You read them. Let me make you the concepts of the absolute error, relative error, percentage error very simple for you, and that is why this video is made. Now before taking like in this concept, to check the errors, you first need some readings. So let us consider those readings to be A1, A2, A3 and so on till AN. Now first we will have to see the mean of the readings. Wherever you go, you would have learnt in mathematics that mean means sum of all the readings divided by the number of the readings. So in physics, a mean is denoted in the three ways that I have shown you there, either a bar or am or a mean. So these are the three ways like how you represent a mean in physics. Now what is an absolute error? The magnitude of the difference between the individual measurement and the true value of the quantity is called the absolute error of the measurement. So what is the true value they are talking about? The true value is nothing about the mean value. So in absolute error, first of all, it is a magnitude. Wherever this symbol comes, any quantity within these lines, single lines, vertical lines, it means that you're taking the magnitude, which means that if it is -3 in within this magnitude, then it is equal to just 3. You won't consider this negative sign. I am telling this because this is even necessary for any student who is struggling to even understand physics till any master. So it is fine. So this is a magnitude. Magnitude means neglecting the sign. So absolute error is the magnitude of the difference between the individual measurements that you take, that is A1, A2, A3, the readings, and the true value of the quantity, that is a mean. So whatever difference you get, and that magnitude is called the absolute error of the measurement. There's something called as mean absolute error. In this mean absolute error, you will take the mean of the individual absolute errors. So again, it is summation of all these individual absolute errors divided by the number of readings taken, the number of absolute errors present. So this is mean absolute error. Now coming to relative error or fractional error is something where this is a formula where you have taken the mean absolute error divided by the mean of a mean. So the relative error is a ratio between the mean absolute error to the value of a mean of the quantity measuring that you are measuring. So this is the relative error. And there is something called as percentage error. Anywhere, if you are converting a fraction to percentage, means you're simply multiplying it by 100. So percentage of something is nothing but the fraction that you have into 100. So percentage error is nothing but the fractional error that you have into 100. Fractional error is also called as relative error. So these are the formulas that you need to know. You need to know you need to first know the readings, and then the mean, and then the absolute errors of each individual measurement, and then the mean of the absolute errors, Later, fractional error, where it is the ratio of the mean absolute error to the a mean, value of a mean. Then the percentage error, where you simply multiply the fractional error into 100. So this is the formula list that you will have to remember. Now coming to what you need to remember while you solve questions. While you solve questions, you need to know these two things. First thing is, while performing operations like addition and subtraction, we should consider absolute errors only. There should be no consideration of percentage or relative errors. I've given you the examples, and this is how it is done. You should only consider absolute errors. You can go and check the NCRT, it also mentions the same. See, to crack any competitive exam in India, you need to first be thorough with your NCRT. If not, like this is for biology, everyone can do it. But what to do when it comes to physics and chemistry? The thing is, there will be teachers or guides who will be guiding you with those points which are from NCRT. So please do follow these things. If you have any doubt, you can go and check it out. For performing operations like addition and subtraction, you will consider always it is absolute errors. For multiplying and dividing, you will always consider fractional errors. And I would like to give you a suggestion. Please solve any example, any exercise which is given in the NCRT after you know these concepts. And that is how you will build the habit of solving the MCQs also, probably very fastly, if you have solved so many questions. And these NCRT questions are something which are basic, but you will have to solve them so that you can increase your concepts, you can build your concepts and increase the speed. So these are the examples, 3 examples I have given here. See, in R1, 50 plus 5 percentage, here it is percentage, you're not supposed to solve it, the sum, if there is percentage. So you will have to make all the readings that are given in terms of absolute errors if you want to perform addition or subtraction or operations. So converting it, you get 50 plus or minus 2.5, which is an absolute value. So you can consider this value. This is the right value that you need to consider for solving questions which has addition and subtraction. The same way it's reading 2. But see here, the reading 3 is 150 plus or minus 12.5. Here there is no percentage mentioned. It is just an absolute value. You are considering it. In your questions, this can be the confusion created where they give some values. Few values would have the errors mentioned in percentage, few mentioned in relative or fractional error form, few with absolute errors. So it depends upon what operations you're doing. If it is plus or minus, then obviously consider it to be absolute values. If it is any multiplication or division, then it's always fractional errors that you are taking into consideration. And yeah, this is how you represent any error. It is the original value that you have plus or minus the absolute error, the error value it is. So this is about plus or minus, that is addition and subtraction operations. Coming to multiplication or division, I have taken an example of p is equals to a into b, and and see, this is the error equation that you are going to take. That is fractional error of p is equals to fractional error of a plus fractional error of b. The same thing, if they are having any powers, then it will be the power value into fractional errors values. This is the reason that I have shown. You can see here, if you consider p is equals to a into b, this is purely mathematics, and you're expressing that in form of errors. So you're taking the original value and the error value. So on now, if you multiply it, it is pure maths. You're just multiplying. It's like a plus b into a, c plus d something. So if you multiply, you get this. See, first of all, these error values are very small, and when there are two small values multiplied, you get some value which is very much small, very smaller. So this value delta a delta b is negligible here. You neglect that. And now this delta p, you have taken this p onto my right hand side, so it has become minus p. And as I have already mentioned, p is ab, so ab and minus p, it's cancelled. Now this delta p is nothing but a delta b plus b delta a, and I'm dividing both sides by p. P is equals to AB. So here I have divided it by AB, and here I have divided it by P. So on cancellation you get this. So when this is the this is what you need to find the errors on. If you want to find the fractional error of P when P is AB, then you have gonna consider it as fractional errors only. If you want to find the error of P, it's not fractional error. If you want to find the error of P, then you need to consider it in terms of fractional errors only, because P is A multiplied by B. The same thing follows here also, but here instead of following these operations, you will have to go and do some calculus here. You need to differentiate them, and then you will get this final equation. This is the final equation. You are gonna get this when you differentiate this equation. Put this back again and solve. Like, take it in terms of p plus delta p is equals to a plus delta a whole power m, b plus delta b whole power n, and then solve, differentiate, and you will end up getting this final equation which I have shown here. You can try this, and I would recommend you to solve questions, as many questions as possible, so that you will be thorough with the concept, you will build your concept well, and increase the speed of solving MCQs. So thank you. This is the whole concept that you have learned now. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take it or write it down again, because writing it is something which you will be doing it. So there will be stimulations, your visual stimulation, your tactile stimulations, your auditory stimulation will also be there when you speak out and write it. So all the stimulations will make your brain very much active, make it more receiving, and so you will keep it in memory very much. So it is better you write and practice, if not screenshot. Like, it is left to you, but that is the way it works. So this is all for today. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, click on the notifications button so that you will get the notifications of any video that I would upload, and share this to as many as your friends who are in need, because these are conceptual videos, not any tricks or tips to solve any MCQs, but concepts. If the concepts are very strong, then obviously you can solve the MCQs whatsoever it is, whatever speed you would want to. So thank you.